Right now on KOMU 8 News.
Ryan Ferguson is free. After a decade behind bars, prosecution, appeals, battles in court, witnesses changing their stories, Ferguson will be back in Columbia with his family.
We're just so excited.
Live team coverage with reaction from the community and from supporters all around the world. KOMU 8 News starts now.
KOMU 8 News at 6 starts with breaking news.
This is Ryan Ferguson leaving the Boone County Jail just about 20 minutes ago. KOMU 8's Eric Hilt joins us live outside the jail with the latest on today's decision. Eric?
I'm here at the Boone County Jail where after 9 years of being in state custody, Ryan Ferguson has finally been released from about this case. Reporting live in Columbia, Eric Hilt, KOMU 8 News.
Eric just mentioned that news conference. We have Jim Reek live at the Tiger Hotel downtown where the news conference with the Ferguson family will be. Jim, what is the latest? What's the feeling there at the Tiger Hotel?
Well, here we are at the Tiger Hotel just outside the ballroom. The change of venue has changed in the past week. The ballroom is going to be used tonight because it's larger than the black and gold room just down the hallway and to my left, and the past 13 years. We are told the press conference will start at about 7 o'clock. Whenever it does, we will bring it to you live. Much more from the Tiger Hotel in a little bit. Now let's send it back to the studio.
Supporters worldwide have reacted to Ferguson's release. KOMU 8's Christina Alexander is in the studio to tell us more about those reactions. Christina?
Thanks, Brittany. Supporters from California to Germany have reacted to today's big news on Ferguson's release, especially here on this Facebook page. All the reactions we've seen so far have been supportive. Verbal support, however, wasn't the only kind of support seen from today's decision. A tweet from someone in Germany who says they are crying tears of joy after today's news. Now, as you can see on the fun page, the total has reached $22,133.
KOMU 8 News tried to reach out to family and friends of the victim, Kent Heitholt, to get their reaction to Ferguson's release. His daughter says she, quote, 100% did not want to comment on the issue. The Columbia Daily Tribune also declined an on-camera interview. We asked why they said, and they said that they're also covering the story and whatever happens won't bring Heitholt back. It's been a controversial case for nearly a decade in Columbia. KOMU 8's Alexis Rogers hit downtown to get reaction and joins us live. Alexis, what are you hearing from people from Columbia?
Ferguson's release sent a flood of emotions throughout the Columbia community today. Now, I spoke with a lot of residents that said they've been following the case for quite some time, and they're glad that it's finally come to an end. But one resident says this should be a wake-up call for the judicial system.
You have to look at the system.
Residents were in agreement with today's announcement, and some just did not want to be on camera, but all agreed that they send their condolences to the Heitholt family. Reporting live from Columbia, Alexis Rogers, KOMU 8 News.
Attorney General's office leaves several questions about former prosecutor Kevin Crane. KOMU 8's Christine Rodo spoke with a law professor to make a little more sense about the decision.
I spoke with law professor Ben Trechtenberg, who explained to me why the Attorney General decided not to pursue charges, quote, at this time. Trechtenberg says the court gave the state 15 days so they could not hold Ferguson indefinitely. He says the court vacated charges from Ferguson rather than acquitted him. He says since the court did not acquit Ferguson, a court could technically charge Ferguson again in the future. As for the prosecuting attorney, Kevin Crane, the court said his office had withheld evidence. Trechtenberg says this leaves two options. Ferguson could sue Crane for a violation of his constitutional rights, or Crane could face ethical disciplinary action from the bar. But he says the two options face challenges because either would have to prove Crane or his office were aware of the evidence and purposefully held the information from the court.
Let's take a look back at the key points in the Ferguson case. Starting in 2001, police say Columbia Tribune sports writer Kent Heitholt was murdered. Then, in 2005, a judge sentenced Ferguson to 40 years in prison for second-degree murder and first-degree robbery. In 2010, the Court of Appeals said the contradictions in the case gave them pause, but they did not make a decision and handed the appeal to a lower court. Then, in 2012, after more than 6 months of deliberation from the lower court, judges denied Ferguson a retrial. In January 2013, Ferguson's attorney requested another habeas corpus, and judges accepted it, getting us to where we are today. Meanwhile, the two main witnesses admitted to lying under oath. In 2006, Charles Erickson, who accepted a plea deal for admitting he and Ferguson committed the crime, said he lied. Then he admitted he was blacked out the night of the murder under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Then in 2012, the second key witness, Tribune janitor Jerry Trump, also recanted his statement, saying he didn't actually see Ferguson the night of the murder. Last Tuesday, the Missouri Western District Court of Appeals vacated that 2005 conviction. It says the state violated Brady v. Maryland when it withheld an interview with the witness's wife, Barbara Trump. That gets us to today, when Attorney General Chris Koster's office says the state will not pursue further action against Ferguson. For a full interactive timeline of Ferguson's case, you can head to our website, KOMU.com. There we also have a live blog detailing today's coverage and the Ferguson's news conference. We'll continue that to update that throughout the evening. Plus, exclusive video that we couldn't fit into the newscast today, including more from Bill Ferguson's arrival to the Department of Corrections. All of that is on KOMU.com. And don't miss tomorrow during the 6:30 a.m. morning show. KOMU 8's Eric Hilt, who's done a fantastic job of covering this all the way through. He'll be here to answer your questions about the Ferguson case. You can tweet your questions at KOMU News or post them on our Facebook page. Well, it was definitely chilly out there, and you needed a winter jacket today, so let's send it over to Dave for a look at our forecast.
Thanks, Brittany. We topped out today at 36 degrees with a morning time low right at 20 degrees with that clear sky. Right now, sneak peek at the weekend on KOMU 8 News at 6.
Cold temps mean it's time to turn on the thermostat. We find out if that also means a bump in your bills this year.
Well, welcome back to the KOMU 8 News at 6. We'll take a quick look at the weather here. We've got a clear scan on live Doppler rate.
Remember, we have that news conference starting at 7 o'clock. We'll be back.
Where can you get a lifetime powertrain warranty? No pain.
As you turn on your heaters this fall, you're probably wondering if raising that thermostat will cost you more than last year. KOMU 8's Natalie Granda tells us while some people have heard the heating bills may go up, local gas companies may have dodged that increase.
When people heard heating bills might be higher this year, a lot said
Ameren recently released a statement that said natural gas will be approximately 3% lower than last year, making natural gas 65 cents per cubic feet this year. Coming up in sports, Chris Gervino is live at Mizzou Arena with a look ahead to tonight's men's basketball game.
Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports with Chris Gervino.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mizzou Arena, where tonight the Missouri Tigers host the Salukis of Southern Illinois Carbondale. Game number 2 for the Tigers, the season opener for SIU Carbondale. Well, joining me now is a man who will be on the broadcast tonight. You Tiger fans recognize him already, I'm sure, just 2 years into the SEC. This is who we call, respectfully, the voice of the Southeastern Conference, because Dave Neal, based in Atlanta, does 8 o'clock from Mizzou Arena. For now, that's sports live from Norm Stewart Court.
Thanksgiving.
We're still following the release of Ryan Ferguson today. My co-anchor Jim Reek is live at the Tiger Hotel downtown, where the news conference with the Ferguson family is expected to begin within the hour. Jim, what is the latest from there?
You know, I got to thinking about this a few hours ago. Imagine Ryan Ferguson behind bars for close to 10 years, driving from Jefferson City to Columbia. Probably the first thing he noticed when he got to the Columbia airport, it was like, when did this overpass get built? And then he's right around Channel 8, and he said, where did these J-turns come from? And then he gets a little bit north of Channel 8 in the Discovery Parkway. It's like, when did this exit get built? And if he saw daylight here in downtown Columbia, he was probably for sure wondering where all these student apartments came from. So it's been a long 10 years for Ryan Ferguson. We expect to hear from him and the Ferguson family here at the Tiger Hotel in the next 30 to 35 minutes. More from the Tiger in a few minutes. For now, let's send it back to the studio.
It was cold this morning. It'll be even colder tomorrow morning, or later on this evening. We'll be down in the middle 20s. For tomorrow morning's low, 17 degrees and a mostly clear sky. For tomorrow afternoon, we'll warm it up a little bit for you in the middle 40s with a sunny sky.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Again, that news conference is expected to start in just about 30 minutes. We will carry it live, so stay with us on air and online at KOMU.com for all the latest developments. Thanks for joining us.